Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and to another music reaction. Today I'm going to be checking out another piece by the group Home Free. Last time I listened to their interpretation, their performance of Folsom Prison Blues, Johnny Cash, and this is actually going to be another Johnny Cash cover, and this is going to be their performance of Ring of Fire. And excitingly for me, because I'm also a fan of Pentatonics, this features Avi Kaplan, who was the original bass singer from Pentatonics. So I'm looking forward to seeing not just their performance and interpretation of the song, but also how they interact with him, how he comes into play here. I enjoy Johnny Cash songs. I really enjoyed their last take, their other take that you guys recommended. So I'm glad that you guys pointed that this one out. Pointed out that this would exist too, so I can get a chance to check it out. But before I do, I just want to quickly mention something. I'm going to mention this in a few of my videos recently, especially since I know a lot of people are fairly new to the channel. If you guys don't know from previous videos where I've discussed this, I do deal with a lot of serious chronic health issues, chronic illness. Sometimes I'll talk about how I'm sick if I have like a respiratory infection or cold or something, but that's just passing. But I do deal with pretty severe endometriosis and also get chronic migraines that are linked to that. And it's very weird to talk about, but the truth of the matter is that I don't really ever have any good or totally healthy pain-free days. There's pain days, and then there's really bad can't do anything days. So yeah, like I said, it's kind of weird to discuss, but I just do want to bring it up as kind of an explanation because I do feel badly. I know a lot of you guys go and take your time to comment on my videos and give nice comments and thoughts, and also suggestions, recommendations for future songs. And I know a lot of the time I'm not really up for responding to comments, but I do want to let you know that I do appreciate that they're out there, that you do this, and that you're watching, and that I do go and read the comments when I have an opportunity to. But a lot of the time it'll just come down to I have to decide, do I want to take the time in that day when I'm actually feeling okay and use that to film more reactions and edit more reactions, or do I want to use that time to respond to comments? And sometimes, if a choice has to be made, I like to choose to produce more content, especially because my other thing I feel kind of badly about is that sometimes it can take me a while to get more content out. And I know if you're somebody that's here only for like one particular group that I react to, or only for a particular TV show, or only for the fighting games, it can be frustrating. Sometimes you have to wait a while. So I do apologize for that as well, but I just wanted to let you guys know I do appreciate all of your comments, all of your thoughts, and that you are watching, and your patience in waiting for things. But that is the reason that, sometimes I'm not moving at quite as fast a pace or as responsive as some other reactors might be. But all right, now that embarrassing discussion aside, let's get into the good stuff. Here's the reaction. So, Home Free, Ring of Fire. Here we go. Okay, we got an actual fire. It's a cool setting.
And it makes a fiery ring.
It's a nice combination of voices. I like it.
I fell into a ring of fire.
Oh, here we go. Okay, yes.
Burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire. The ring of fire.
The taste of love is sweet when hearts like ours meet. And I fell for you child. Whoa, the fire went wild.
I love it. You guys know that I love the bass.
Burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire.
Yeah, love is a burning thing, and it makes
He does, he fits in very well
a
with that.
fiery ring, bound by wild desire.
I like this. I like how they put their own spin on
ring
things.
of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher.
And
Love
it
it.
burns, burns,
Love it.
burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire, the ring of fire, the ring of fire.
Woo! Oh, that's a nice touch. That's a nice touch. The hat. The black hat. Yes. Very nice. Ah! I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. So I have to say, guys, you know, I think I've talked about this a little bit before with their songs, is that I get kind of a lot of nostalgic feeling. As I grew up, you know, I live in New York, but I grew up in more of the upstate and part of New York. Now I'm downstate, but I grew up in a more upstate part, and a very rural, small town, kind of poor environment. And you know, a lot of these songs, they really resonate with me from things from my childhood, and even the setting here. Even the setting, the way that they have set up with the bonfire and all the kind of trucks in a circle around, and everyone's just got the backs open so that they can sit in there, and then they can pull stuff out, and they probably, you know, brought drinks and some snacks, and they just, you know, hanging around on the bonfire with your friends. That's a very familiar kind of youth experience for me. So even kind of like the setting of that, I really liked. But on top of that, you know, as a practical choice, obviously there was the Ring of Fire, obviously. But as a practical choice for the sounds, I thought it was really smart because, of course, you get the sounds of the crackling fire that you can add in to the sound with the song, and also the sounds of the crickets that you could hear that were outside. I felt like really added to it, added an atmosphere, which they've done that previously. I don't know like the orders in which these were published, but they did that also in the Man of Constant Sorrow to very good effect, using like the sounds of the animals in the environment. So I really like how they do that. And yeah, so Avi, his voice fit in very well. He seemed to be a great addition to the group, and I very much like how they all played off of each other there. I also really like how they always put their own spin on it. So it's very clearly, you know, Ring of Fire. It sounds like Johnny Cash's performance to some extent, but then there are other parts where it's clearly they take it and they make it their own, you know, whether it's from the slow intro in the beginning and then obviously launching into the more up-tempo after that, or with the more extended kind of higher pitched parts, and slowing it down again later towards the end. I like how they put their own spin on things, but still it has the same feeling as the original, which you always want, because like I said, that nostalgic feeling for me, that's what you want to provoke in covers and cover songs. So I think they did a fantastic job with it, as always. And yeah, I have a lot of fun when I'm listening to their songs. I don't know if I'm sure part of it is just the nostalgia, the childhood element, but it's just always a very positive feeling after I listen to them. So that is something that especially somebody who does, like I talked about before the video, have a lot of health issues that can kind of really get you down. When I have things like this, that it really is nice. It's lovely. So I thoroughly enjoyed that, and thank you guys so much for recommending it. I'm gonna wrap this up here, but yes, please, as always, keep the recommendations coming for future things you'd like me to react to. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye.